Hello everyone and welcome to the Gateway testing session here for the Crown Royal Truck Series, the second testing session of the off-season for these Crown Royal Truck Series drivers. We got 39 cars out here at Gateway. We're ready to see who will end this one on top. Colton Yo not in this testing session after he was fastest at Pocono. Unknown of the driver, the number 48's whereabouts. The second time in history that this has happened. This is very concerning for that TSR race team as this offseason progresses. But we do have 39 trucks out here at Gateway and many drivers coming out to take their laps. This one a bit less stat heavy and less fast-paced, really, than the Pocono testing session. We've introduced most of the teams, most of the drivers. There's still a handful of drivers that are either new, teams that are new to testing this season that we'll get to, but we'll be able to take a look more in depth at some teams, some drivers, and talk more about this upcoming season here in Gateway in the Crown Royal Truck Series. So as cars and trucks come out onto the track, you see Matt Sladek. There's the 24. It's Sebastian Kukulon this weekend. It's a whole brand new testing lineup for Rockstar Energy Racing this weekend. Brad Stover's in the 2. Max Anderson in the 19, Sebastian Kukulon, the team owner for this in the 24. But this is the first time in his career, I believe, since Season 1 in Ford Performance Racing, that this this driver here, Sebastian Kukulon, will not be running a race at a full-time campaign at Rockstar Energy Racing in any series during a season, which is interesting to see there. The 67 says Preston Emmons. That is not Preston Emmons. That is John Dilks. I just never changed the name, but I did change the stats. That is John Dilks in the 67 truck this weekend. Forgive me for that. Anderson Reed's in the 63 truck. At least I hope he was. Joseph Strigley gave us no information on the testing session, so who knows who got behind the wheel of this 63 truck, but it is listed as Anderson Reed for our purposes here today. There's Zachary Fitzwater in the 59. Alex Peters was the first one out. There is Max Anderson in the 19 truck. Now a big move here. Diego Yepes is piloting the 07 truck today here at Gateway for testing. So we'll see the true power of this 07 truck. We are at a speedway. That is Yepes' bread and butter. So we'll see how fast this race will be, or how fast this truck will be with some competitive drivers on these ovals. Further up, there's Cordell Smith in the 71 this time out. And there is not Pre McShane, it's Brad Stover bringing that 2 truck out to testing. Maxwell Fye also in there. The 82 truck is Adam Mitchell. He's already 5th quickest so far to early jump into the race lead, or the testing lead, is a 33.2 by Daniel Cobbs in that 44 truck, one of the most hyped drivers coming in to this season. Adam Mitchell in the 82. We're looking further back. Aiden Smith, of course, in the 83. Jose Perez finally gets to drive his own truck in testing for once, so now he can finally get together and figure out how fast he really is. I believe it was Max Anderson last time out at Pocono. He got this team top 5 quickest on the board, so we'll have to see if Jose can get that 35 up there as well as this session goes on. There's your fastest in the field, Daniel Cobbs. Look at the rest of the way through. Larry Hagan in the 25 truck. He'll be making, I believe he's full-time for the 25 truck this season. If not, he's running the majority of the races for the KGM truck. No matter what, he's looking to get some good track time out here and test this truck out here, get everything they need. Peter Onjak had an abysmal Pocono testing session with no draft. Now a less draft-heavy track. He's already 10th quickest, right up there with teammate Stephen Wallace Jr. Cody Goforth in the 07 truck this weekend. The rest of the field staying fairly similar. Charles Sanford is back in the 89 truck. Shepard did not have a team or a driver ready for this, and Sanford is not scheduled for Shepard Racing starts this year. He's driving full-time for GDI in the Mountain Dew Custom Series next season. But they figured he ran very well at Pocono, top 10 fastest. Let's see if that was a fluke or if he is actually strong in this 89 truck, 12th quickest on the board so far in this event. The 90 is Evan Hunter. He drove the 25 last time out at testing. And there is the new team and driver in the field for this testing session. That is Luke Evans Incorporated's number 81 truck. And it's sad to say that this is the truck that was a Mercedes last year, announcing basically the end of the Mercedes team in the NSDCA. There are no more Mercedes left operational here in the Crown Royal Truck Series. But it is Mike Cook making his return to the Crown Royal Truck Series after a, I believe, 2-year hiatus. Last time he drove was in Season 3. Pretty sure it was season 3. It might have been season 4 for Shepherd Racing. It was season 4 for Shepherd Racing in the Truck Series, and their 89 Target Toyota did not do too hot there. Was decently fast, maybe a couple places, but now he's at Luke Evans Incorporated. We'll see what he can do, and currently 38th quickest on the board. So that should cover all of the brand new driver car changes here for this weekend. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some of this stuff. As Stephen Wallace Jr. there right now fighting Larry Hagan in front of this pack. And there you see Onjak again. Just did not have the pace at Pocono. And now we get to see maybe if that was a fluke and he can have his true potential here. They acquired the Smart Motorsports 72 truck over the offseason. He is 11th quickest now in this 97 truck. So this is, of course, this is not the truck that the 97 ran last season with Logan Cloud in those handful of races. This is the 72 truck from last season, I'm pretty sure. And right now, 11th quickest at Gateway. I think that's showing that Pocono definitely was a fluke, that he was just stuck with slower drivers, because this car is right now bad fast, chasing down his teammate Stephen Wallace Jr. and is the fastest now. SWJ went from 10th to 24th fastest, and Onjak 11th quickest in that number 97 truck as he goes after SWJ for that position. Nicky Morris also watching in the back, 28th quickest right now for that 7 team. Going back through, Maxwell Fay, and a bit of an underdog here for Simtech Racing Incorporated. I will have to say, though, a couple questionable moves by some of these backmarker teams this year. Luke Evans Incorporated going with Mike Cook. Based on when they really went into free agency, there wasn't much left for a brand new team. Simtech Racing Incorporated picking up Maxwell Fay after Fay ran pretty much horribly in the BGM01 truck, but that's nothing new. The BGM01 truck isn't that fast. He's only 21st with Cody Goforth right now. But this 32 truck, we'll see what Fay can do. It's only a matter of time until Simtech really shines out. They built a lot with Alex Fletcher last season, and really we'll see if this 32 team, what they can actually do this year, if this Ford team can really improve. Ford has been struggling the last few years, has lost a bunch of teams. They lost ALTM over the offseason, and all they have left is Zachary Racing, RER, really, and both of those teams have downsized their full-time efforts this season. Alex Peters, 17th quickest right now, is top of the charts. Give it to the 19 truck. We'll go find that 19 truck. It's a Rockstar Energy truck, so it has the RER logos plastered all over it. It is Max Anderson, top of the charts. And that's getting one race car driver here at the track that is not running, but he's with his team, is not very happy about that, as Max Anderson tops the charts right now for Rockstar Energy Racing. A fantastic run there. No idea why Downey is not in this truck, but Max Anderson is, and a great performance there already. He is the fastest truck on track. Anderson Reed, his first time out in the truck he'll be driving this season. 31st quickest right behind him. And there is a spin. It is Charles Sanford, 21st quickest. And that is damage to the 89 truck. So that might be biting him in the butt there, as one truck is blowing up. It is Peter Onjak in the 97. Looks like he made contact with Sanford. He has front end damage. So now that is not a good testing session so far for Onjak this offseason. And now he's got to try to get to the inside. He's got to try to get down. Colton Lane is going to the grass to try to get by him, so Lane does not know where he's going. Okay. If you go to Monster, you got to be reckless, apparently, as Lane is going all over the place, but we have a couple trucks in that. Fitzwater and Reed also have some right side damage. Not sure if that was contact or what, but these guys might be having just a problem with Gateway. I don't think... well, we haven't been here in multiple years, but we will see what happened here, and we will go back real quick to take a look and see what happened to Peter here with Charles Sanford and the rest of them. And it looks like... oh, Daniel Kobza, an issue with Kobza and everyone. It looked like there was oil on the track, and it looks like Kobza just stalled on the track and there was nowhere for them to go. Something happened with Daniel Kobza, and it is a brake failure, so there must have been brake fluid all over turn number 4 right there, as the 44 is on the apron, sliding on around, and Onjak tries to get through it, hits it, and goes right up to the wall, following a ton of trucks and right into the back of Daniel Kobza there as they spin. And it looks like at the back, Man, that's everyone. Oh, beautiful. As the 47 of Jesse Turner spins around, and that is also what Charles Sanford did as he bounced off the wall as well in that 89 truck. So there is that there. That's happened at Gateway before. I believe it was Maxwell Fay is in the grass the entire way, but it is Peter Onjak. Heavy damage to that 97 truck, so they will have to get a brand new truck out for that, I believe. Yeah, they do have a brand new truck out there, so they got the backup out for Peter Onjak and that race team. The session continues on, though. Max Anderson still the fastest one up. Second is Daniel Kobza. Third, Colton Lane. Fourth, Austin Johnson. Fifth, Riley Spurley-Tube. Sixth is the 00 of Antoine Smith. Seventh, the 57 of Logan Bradley. Eighth is Aiden Smith. Let's go ahead and talk about that. That is the 82, not the 83. There's the 83. And that is a great performance to see Aiden Smith this high up on a speedway. And even behind him, Matt Sladek in ninth. So SBR really went pretty strong here at Gateway with some fast setups. And they're having a nice time out there in this 83 and 0 truck. 8th and 9th fastest. Nice to see. Really a road course ringer, and this is another controversial pick in the offseason, so both of Aiden Smith's full-time campaigns in the CRTS have been controversial. First of all, he rushes up 3 series from the Molson Modifieds to the trucks, runs for Monster Motorsports and does poorly, and now he gets the nod to Shade Burkhart Racing in that 83 truck. So right now we will see what will happen, really, with Aiden Smith this year. He could be a contender now at the speedways with the equipment that SBR has, but we thought that they'd be bigger contenders in the championship fight last season, and none of them made the chase. So there's no word, really, you can't say from these testing speeds that Aiden Smith will be a contender this season, but that is very promising to see in that 83 truck as they go. You see now Fitzwater, Onjak back out, Charles Sanford back out, Matt Sladek, Eric Monaco, so these guys are going to continue on around, and we got a bit of a pack forming up here. And Eric Monaco, another bit of a controversial pick in this 4 truck. He's 11th quickest right now, which is nothing to scoff at. He's beating team boss Peter Onjak right now. But Monaco into Onj Auto is much in the same vein as Jesse Turner to Onj Auto, which could pay off in the long run. Turner was really getting into his stride at the end of the season, and then he went and DNQ'd Kansas, so I don't know what to make of that, but Eric Monaco right now pretty fast in that 4 truck. Nice to see Onj Auto really going for just those underdogs that want to perform, want to get up there. And right now this 4 team, he's heading into Season 7 with an Onj Auto truck. That might be a championship there for Eric Monaco. It's happened many years before, all years before in these odd-numbered seasons. We'll see what they can do there. Bobo Jones, 23rd quickest in a truck that almost made the chase last season with Cody Goforth. We'll see what Bobo can do. It's still unconfirmed if he's running this 27 truck full-time this year or not, but we will see if he can get up there, possibly run full-time. He is full-time, though, in the Mountain Dew Custom Series. I thought I saw a truck slow on the apron, maybe not. Here's 2 new Dodge teams to the fray this year, Arklatex Motorsports and the 81 of Luke Evans Incorporated. One is 33rd, the other is 39th. So Mike Cook really putting the pedal to the metal there in that 81 truck, and Corbett doing just the same. Both of them, you can't really take it out on them, though. This is going to be their first year full-time in the trucks in a while for Cook and ever for Corbett, with 2 teams that are pretty much in their sophomore season of the NSDCA and that have not ran full-time in the NSDCA before. So we'll see what they can do. Running at least solidly in the back, just trying to keep those trucks as clean as possible. Cobbs is still 2nd quickest, still rattling off some pretty decent lap times. He's only fallen off about a 10th now. Of course, he got new tires because they had to put new brakes on the 44 car, but he's 2nd quickest. Very nice to see there. And we're looking at the bottom of this. That is one surprise we don't want to see. The man who has a ton of hype coming into this season. We got to find him on track. There he is right there. Patrick Smith, 35th quickest only in that 94 truck. That's not very good to see for a driver who is really thinking to be a dark horse chase contender this year, who could get his first career win and try to race that 94 truck into the show. And it looks like, whoa, the 82 and 35 are making contact there. Is Adam Mitchell, I think he was trying to get down pit road. His car has also a fuel system issue on the 82, and there's damage now to Alex Fletcher's 46. And now it looks like as the 82 just lost it coming down pit road. They tried to get around him, and that is some damage now to the 46 truck, as Mitchell will bring that truck down pit road. And he will bring that to the attention of his crew. So fuel system pickup issue on the 82 truck. We'll take a quick replay at that one. Really, there's not much you can do. He's pinned on the outside here. He can't get down. He's just got a steady stream of trucks right there. Now he can get down. I don't know why he isn't, but it looks like the 82 truck's just very slow on the outside, just pacing his way around. And then you see the 35. He's going to try to cut down in front of the 35, spins him as Smith tries to avoid, and Alex Fletcher's just going to clip it, and that's going to be some damage to the 46 truck. So there is the 46 now out of here with some heavy damage to yet another Auto truck in this race, as somehow the front end is fixed in that camera angle and gone in that camera angle. Matthew Brown's another one at the bottom of the charts, 32nd quickest for the full-time Butcher Gatorade Motorsports driver. That is struggling for this season, and BGM, like, you know, they haven't been consistent in the Truck Series. They got the win last season. This is your defending Crown Royal 300 race driver and team that won the race last season. That was the Super Speedway, and they did miss the chase after it. So Brown is just trying his best to hang on, but this might be showing some cracks in the BGM run. Really, they were carried last season by their drivers in the Cup Series that really got them off to a good start. Now Matthew Brown in the 16 truck, the 01 truck's full-time with multiple drivers, and Ryan Butcher in the 17. I don't know if that's going to be a race contending team there, especially if the 16 truck's only 32nd quickest. Butcher's 15th quickest right now, and Cody Goforth's 21st quickest, but they really need Brown to pick up the pace here in that 16 truck as they go. There's On Jack now pushing Sladek around Eric Monaco. Rest of the field going on around. Cook's still 39th quickest. Riley Spurley, 6th fastest, showing that Sauber has the pace. Is what the heck is going on down here now, as they're all three wide. Someone came down pit road. Good thing they didn't wreck there, because that is some teams there that do not need to lose any, and it wasn't really anything. It was just Ryan Butcher right on the back of Bobo Jones and just pushing him around and almost hooks him right there. So Butcher not too happy with Bobo right now. Maybe that's some payback for wasting Cody Goforth's season away last year. I don't know what it would be, but Butcher not happy with Bobo, as he must have been holding him up or something. 25th quickest for Bobo Jones, Butcher 15th quickest, and Spurley Tube flying right on through, showing that even though he is at Sauber Racing Team, which is definitely a bit of a step down from TSR, not by much, but a bit, he is showing the pace and showing some speed out here. As Eric Monaco has gone 3rd fastest in this session, and just as we were saying before, it's wow, Spurley Tube is just moving around that pack so quickly, but Eric Monaco is now 3rd fastest on track. What a performance you're seeing from this Auto driver in that Ford truck. Beautiful run right now for Monaco, putting some laps down, and that puts Auto into 2nd and 3rd. You got North Border Motorsports in 4th and 5th. You got Shade Burkhardt Racing 7th, 9th, and 10th, and meanwhile it's Sauber, Zachary, and RER that are the Lone Rangers inside the top 10 right now. A bit further down, there's Eli Braid 11th, On Jack 12th, and Mitchell 13th. Fletcher with that backup truck, he's now 14th, Butcher 15th, Stover 16th, Diego Yepes. We said that 07 truck, if it was fast, you'd be seeing as Vargas is now around in turn 1. Oh, what a crazy testing session we're having here as Anderson Reed right into the back of the 24. Now as the 24 tries to make his way back around track, that is Sebastian Kukulon blowing up in the 24 truck. I think Christian Vargas was the other one in that, as now we're going crazy as Jesse Turner just speeds his way down pit road. As we continue on around, we'll go ahead, take a quick replay of that, then bring up what we were about to talk about with Diego Yepes in that 07 truck. And we will see no mechanical failure here. Vargas on the outside, Max Anderson on the inside. Vargas tries to pit, and he just cuts off Max Anderson. Spins that 08 into the outside wall. And then Kukulon really just nowhere to go, trying to get through it, runs right into the back of Vargas. So that is all on the Sauber Racing Team. Christian Vargas entry in that 08 truck. And that 24 truck, big damage. Anderson Reed right into the back of Kukulon as well. We're going to go ahead, keep continuing on around here as the field keeps on going around. Zach Rogers with a bit of damage. I think that was from that pile up earlier. Looking further back, there's a big pack of trucks right here. We're going to watch some racing down here into turn number 3 as Butcher now is going to try to cut off Bobo Jones. And we have lost control of testing as Butcher is upside down. Mike Cook, Larry Hagan spinning around. Charles Sanford's in it. What a beautiful testing session we're having so far. As the 82 is going to get on by it. And oh my gosh, Gateway, goodbye. You made it a case for it. That will be a no. Charles Sanford, heavy damage to the 89 truck. We'll go ahead and take a quick replay of that as well. And Ryan Butcher just pitting from the outside lane. Cuts off Bobo Jones. So those two have been having a fight all race long, apparently. Gets sent upside down into the 17 truck. Mike Cook goes spinning around. Larry Hagan as well. Sanford keeps going. But, of course, they go on around. You see the 82 just narrowly missing that. So that is fantastic right there as we continue on around after Jesse Turner's speeding penalty. We're going to go find Diego Yepes and that 07 truck because we need to talk about them as they're about to go 3 wide between the Toyotas down into 1. I think Diego might be on pit road at the back here. Yes, he is. But Yepes, if I can find him, Yepes has this truck 17th quickest, which was pretty much the slowest at Pocono. Was one of the slow 5 at Pocono, and Yepes 17th quickest right now at Gateway. So that team does have pace. It might not just be with team owner Mac Johnson, who has never been good at the ovals, is a road course ringer through and through, but Yepes strong at these ovals, knows how to outperform equipment, unless it's Shepherd Racing equipment, because Morris outperformed him this season. The 07 truck now making his way back out. It's been a nice testing session so far for the 07 of Diego Yepes, 17th quickest so far, compared to teammate Nicky Morris, who sits 23rd, and this is a dangerous duo with Austin Johnson and Nicky Morris nose to tail into turn number 3. That is a group that no one wants to see right in front of them. Continuing on around there, Zachary Fitzwater, 31st quickest, so FPR still doing their best to prove that that was a strong opinion or strong move there. One more truck, Alex Fletcher, has moved now inside the top 10 after that truck got damaged earlier. They put a second truck out. He's 6th quickest on the board. So that puts on Giotto 2nd, 3rd, and 6th. And now bringing Dodge right back into this. But Ford really, Max Anderson showing that he has the potential to possibly be Ford's new cover driver. In that number 19 truck. Still has the fastest lap. The only driver in the 33-1s this entire testing session. Eli Brake 12th, Peter Onjak 13th. Happy to see Cloud Foster Racing Operations going to be happy to see the 97's pace is back up to where it is. Looking a little further back for the rest of CFRO, it's not looking too good with Stephen Wallace Jr. 28th and Patrick Smith 33rd, so maybe they won't be too happy, but at least Peter Onjak's running better. Might be able to secure him some sponsorship since both of his sponsors that were supposed to run this season actually backed out in the negotiation phase. And currently, Mike Cook remains the slowest truck on track, 39th quickest there in that truck. Continuing on around, we have about 6 minutes left on this one. And I think it's safe to say Gateway's shareholders will not be seeing a date here this season. We had hope. We missed it from the days gone, but of course, if you remember, back to season number 4, there's a reason it lost the calendar date anyway, and that's because in all that panic, you had Colton Lane and Austin Johnson Johnson spin Lane out coming out of the corner, and I'm pretty sure that caused a big one, or at least cars to go into the wall. So, of course, that was a beautiful way to end Gateway's career, but I do not think this will be returning to the schedule unless there are some significant changes to the track. However, it is an announcement that the Dirt Track DuCoin will be taking up one of the short track dates and will be ran as a short track, as I have talked with the VP, and he gave me clearance for that at least. So we will be seeing the Dirt Track as one of our events this season in the Crown Royal Truck Series. Sure to be exciting there. Yepes now starting to catch up to teammate Nicky Morris. Might show him a thing or two, though Nicky is on a bit longer of a run. The 07 truck just came out of pit road a couple minutes ago. So we'll see what they can do as they come on through. Zachary Fitzwater leading a train of trucks, and Riley Spurleytube, this 28 truck, someone else has joined the top spot. Jesse Turner has shot up to 3rd quickest. putting Alex Fletcher 8th, and I think Antoine Smith just shot 6th quickest. So Auto now has all 4 of their full-time trucks inside the top 8 so far right now. And one thing to point out with SpurlyTube, every time I see him, he's just blowing past trucks. If he was not in traffic, this 28 truck could be putting down some very fast laps, but he has just been passing some of the slower trucks on track. But you just got to give a shout out. Jesse Turner, 3rd quickest there with a great run. So he's really showing that this could be the year that he can finally break out and match his potential that he had after winning in his debut Mountain Dew Custom Series race, the Valvoline 200 against Jake Galloway. Did nothing with his career after that. Now with this resurgence here at Auto with Eric Monaco, they sit 3rd and 4th fastest on the track right now. And he's about to go by Riley SpurlyTube. I believe he has fresher tires, but that is a battle right there. Now, heading on down, Max Anderson. That's not Max Anderson. Jose Perez, 25th quickest. Maybe Gateway just doesn't fit his driving style, but probably losing his chance at Pocono to really get readjusted to a fast truck. He had to just putz around in the 63 truck with Anderson Reed currently sits 34th quickest. That might have hurt Jose a bit more than helping him in his development, because now he has to get used to this 35 truck once again, and it's just going to set that back just a little bit further. Mike Cook looks like he's going to end this testing session slowest truck on the track for LEI. This team really, nothing really much to say about them. They're a DPDS team who had success last season with the 68 car down there. They got this equipment off of Silver Wolf Racing for dirt cheap. They made it into the Mercedes, into the Dodge. So now this team's just trying their best. And again, Mike Cook is a questionable call, and we're looking at the guys at the back. Mostly this is coming down to newer teams at the back and newer drivers. You got the 90 that ran last season, but it does have rookie Evan Hunter in the truck. You got Maxwell Fay with Simtech Racing. You got the 67, which is John Dilks, so that's kind of an interesting one there that Dilks is so far down the order, but that 67 truck is not that good either. Kyle Corbett for ALTM, pretty slow. Anderson Reed at the back. That's just new team with the JSR 63. This isn't the Cup car. Patrick Smith 33rd and Matthew Brown 32nd are concerns that need to be made here in this offseason, and if it continues, that could be a major factor there, as Butcher is trying to Austin Johnson, Jose Perez right there. But that's something you need to address, especially if you're slower than Zachary Fitzwater in a Ford. He's 31st. 30th is Kukalon. Not good for that 24 truck either. The 9 of Zach Rogers being 29th is definitely not good for Texas Star Racing. I thought there was another spin down there. I don't even want to look to see if it was. Zach Rogers, 29th quickest. Not good for Texas Star Racing. 28th, the 71. That is this week. Cordell Smith. Again, Luke Rainey leaving Toyota Racing Development is going to put him back a while, because it was supposed to be Rainey in the 71. Rainey retired over the offseason, so that's going to be rough there. As you see Larry Hagan working on Peter Onjak, hoping to see that for the lead this year in the Cup races, seeing some battles between those two very strong drivers. Continuing up the order, Bobo Jones 27th in a truck that is pretty much equivalent to the 60 and 77, which are running top 10, is not good. 26th being Hagan right here, as he's going to come out 3 wide with Yepes as Yepes comes off of pit road. Hagan 26th, this 25 truck. Not much you can do if you're not Carson Bowers. Only Bowers and Cobbs have really got good finishes for it last season. Jose Perez, again, losing that bit of time in the 35 truck at Pocono, I think is hurting him a bit. Nicky Morris, 24th, is about where we suspected it to be. Christian Vargas, 23rd, is pretty good for Sauber. And I don't think that is the new truck that we just won in auction. I don't think I've put that in yet, so that is in the old truck. 22nd is Cody Goforth in the 01. 21st is Alex Peters in the 45. Again, not the best for Zachary Racing right there, and we'll try to find a place here. I guess we'll go right here for the final shot. Charles Sanford breaks into the top 20, showing that Shepard might have some speed this season, and that's good for GDI. Their Mountain Dew Custom Series program might be elevated with that 89 driver Charles Sanford in that truck. Diego Yepes 19th, shows the 07 has some speed. Stephen Walls Jr. 18th. Brad Stover 17th, showing that the 2 can have some speed, no matter if it is with McShane or another driver. Ryan Butcher 16th in that brand new, or not in the brand new truck, but in the new truck for BGM. And then you get up into the more competitive trucks of Adam Mitchell 15th, Peter Onjak 14th, Eli Bright 13th, Sladek 12th, Aiden Smith 11th. Again, those road course ringers at an oval like this, very nice to see them running that well. Logan Bradley will end this one in the top 10. Nice to see ZR has some speed. Hopefully they can get back to victory lane. Spurley Tube 9th, and then some Auto guys, and Alex Fletcher 8th. You got the NBM of Austin Johnson 7th. Antoine Smith, the highest up SBR driver, 6th. Colton Lane will end up 5th, and then it's Monaco, Turner, and Kobza 2nd, 3rd, or 4th through 2nd there. With Max Anderson, who set that time very early on in the testing session, he is the top of the leaderboard. And that's really I don't know if that's putting the spotlight on him or the pressure on him to perform in the Cup Series this year with that full-time opportunity with Rockstar Energy Racing this year. But a very nice surprise. Max Anderson 1st and 3rd in the first 2 truck testing sessions of this offseason. That is some absolute pace from the driver of that 19 truck this weekend. As the rest of the field continues on around, they're making their last efforts just to get some more track time in at the track that will not return this year to NSDCA competition. We thank you guys so much for tuning into the Crown Royal Truck Series testing session number 2 here at Gateway. And the Cup testing will be up next, unknown where they will be at this time. We thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time on the NSDCA.